Have you been to East Timor? Maybe you could go to the East Timorese embassy and chat to them about them.
Yeah, it's nothing to do with that. It's to do with the fact that he's coming to Australia, he's breaking Australia law. Okay?
So continue on anyway. Just
yeah. So the UN Security Council passed a resolution 1272 in 1999 that all people involved in crimes against humanity in East Timor to be held accountable. Ex-Attorney General Wiranto invited him over to Australia, went to West Papua and dined with him in West Papua. He knows there's war crimes happening. He knows he's a war criminal. He actually said that in the press. I've got letters which I've provided to the AFP to say that he confirms he knows his background. So he's allowed an indicted war criminal into Australia against Australian law and breach all states and territories Commonwealth Criminal Code.
So you provided evidence.
I provided the evidence too.
You provided these allegations.
Yeah.
And I can tell you now, those sorts of allegations and sort of evidence won't be assessed in a matter of minutes. It's something that's going to have to be very closely examined. And your letter was dated the 20th.
Yeah.
I'll just say be patient. Be patient.
Well, I just wanted to find out what the timeline is.
Look, with this, there is no timeline because something. If you send me a file of this thick, I can't do that in one night. If you send me something that's clearly not going forward, I can contact you the next day.
Yeah.
This is clearly being assessed, and I would say because of the allegations made, it'll take longer to assess, and that's a reasonable thing. I think you'd agree.
Okay. Well, that's all I wanted an answer. I mean, the problem is Kelly Donnelly was, I'm not telling you anything, basically, straight away. See, the problem is how you approach people and how you talk to people and how you tell people how the process works. That's how it resolves issues. If you start to have your back up and say, well, I'm not talking to you.
Yeah, I know, it doesn't work very well.
Then it doesn't work well, no. It doesn't at all. Now, I've been to East Timor, I've been to West Papua. We know there's war crimes happening there. We know the Australian government are covering it up. We know we have corrupt politicians, and I want the matter dealt with. Because you're the people who have to deal with the matter. Because, and if you can't deal with the matter because you don't have the resources, you need to refer to the state police.
It's a matter of resources, it's a matter of evidence.
Well, the evidence is pretty clear. He's actually said it publicly.
I'm just telling you, I probably know a bit more about the Evidence Act than you do, and it's not quite as simple as doing a Channel 7 expose and declaring something.
But if he's put it in writing, if I've got it in writing from a ex-staffer, James Lambie, his chief of staff, saying they know all about ex-General Wiranto and his history. As far as I'm concerned, that's it. There's no case there.
Well, the value of that evidence, well, the courts would see it maybe differently, but again, that's another matter. Look,
well,
all I would say to you now is that they're the sorts of things that will be assessed, and it will take time. Somebody should and will get back to you. I'll just say, be a little bit patient. You have been already. It's been a month or so. Just give it a few more weeks. We'll,
all right. Well, look, it's like this. If I don't get any response, I'm not going to be yelling out here today, but I'll certainly be doing it next time if I don't get any response in an appropriate time frame. And if I find out the AFP are covering up war criminals, our politicians and bureaucrats, well, look, mate, the Bellabo 5, there's issues there that hasn't been dealt with. Now, the AFP sent me a letter saying that they couldn't prosecute because it was outside their jurisdiction. Why didn't they refer the matter to Portugal? Portugal colony, mate. That's according to the UN at the time. Why did the AFP in Australia say we can't deal with the matter? Why didn't they refer to the Portugal police?
Do you know they didn't?
They didn't. That's exactly right.
Well, I don't know that.
Well, they didn't.
So do you know? Well, I don't know.
Well, I'm just telling you. Not only didn't they do these things, they won't answer the questions I've put to the AFP. I've sent a letter to the AFP. I asked them to respond to a number of questions. They haven't responded at all.
Oh, look, have you decided to put this in a freedom of information request? I mean, at least then you.
I've done all that, and the answers I want are not in the freedom of information request. Okay.
What,
the issue is in response to my questions about why didn't the AFP refer the matter to the Portugal police if they believed it wasn't in their jurisdiction to deal with the matter. Okay, that's one. Second one is why wasn't there an arrest warrant issued for Captain Yonis Youssef? Third, why was the fact that the Australian government issued a black notice for that suspect, and what impact did that have on the AFP's investigation? If the Australian government put out a black notice not to allow him into the country, what impact did that have on the Australian Federal Police investigation of the matter? Now, if the government interfered in the criminal investigation, that's a serious matter too, very serious matter. So I want some answers, and I'm quite happy to talk to the Commissioner today if I need to, if I don't get some answers to these questions. Now, I'm quite happy to make an appointment to see the Commissioner, because the Commissioner has put out a public statement in relation to, there's a new era in the AFP in Canberra, and he's publicly said that. No cover-ups anymore, okay? New paradigm, Australia's new top cop promises era of transparency. So obviously there's been issues with the AFP in the past that they haven't been transparent in issues. So I'm quite happy to talk to our new Police Commissioner to discuss these issues of transparency, especially in relation to the Ballabo file. So I'm quite happy to make an appointment to see the Commissioner today if I need to, if I don't get some answers to the questions.
Well, I can't answer questions.
No, well, the problem is no one seems to be able to answer the questions.
Well, this is something that some people know something about. I don't know anything about it. Yeah. You let us in the system. Just be patient until it gets to the right end. Well,
then I'll have to request them to talk to the Commissioner PA today. So I'll make a phone call to the PA of the Commissioner and ask to have a meeting with him to discuss the Ballabo 5 issue as well as these other issues of concern.
That's right.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I'll just ring up and dial the operator and see if I can get on.
No worries at all.
No worries. Thanks very much for your trouble.
Pleasure.
All right. Yes, can I have the PA to the Commissioner, thanks. Yes, it's Anthony Craig. I'm down at Macquarie Street entrance, and I'd like to make an appointment to the Commissioner in regards to transparency and issues involving previous cases. Thank you.
So not visitors, we want to defence members that need to work in the building. So where's the task office? So again?
Excuse me, sir. This gentleman needs to make a call.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. I'm just on the phone to the fridge. Wait a minute.
So I'm thinking in my head.
Yeah. Yes, I've already spoken to some police officers, so I'm not going to be able to make an appointment to see the Commissioner. Okay, all right. I'll wait then. Thank you. Yeah, come on.
Good. What are you up to? You're up to...
Well, I was waiting for somebody to come down and have a chat to me about some allegations.
Okay, so the guys here, they said that somebody did come down at this stage?
Yeah.
Do you know who that was? At all?
Andrew somebody.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And they got nothing?
Well, I did speak to them, but then I requested a meeting with the Commissioner.
Yeah.
And they said that they're going to send somebody else down to chat to me.
Okay. All
And
right.
so I don't know.
Okay, so that's where you stand at the minute.
Yeah.
They said they were going to send someone else
Yeah,
down.
that's exactly right. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
So unless you know something.
No, I don't know anything more than that, no.
It's just some. I sent a letter off to the Commissioner back last year about allegations of not followed up on war crimes.
Okay.
And I haven't had any response.
Okay.
So I'm just waiting to see if I can talk to somebody about those issues.
Okay, all right. So, but you don't have any more correspondence beyond that? Like as in...
No, not for this one, but certainly for the other one I've already spoken to Andrew, and he's assured me that the matter will be looked into at some point.
Okay.
But I wanted to speak to the Commissioner about the Ballabo 5 issue.
Okay, all right.
Because I got a letter from the Deputy Commissioner, Leanne Close, that's in the past, saying that, jurisdictional issues and da-da-da. And the question I asked, well, if there's jurisdictional issues, why wasn't it referred on to Portugal? They were the administering power at the time of the murders.
Okay.
So there's some issues that need to be addressed.
Okay. So do you have any ID or anything?
Yeah, do you need to have my ID?
Yeah, just a name, just some details, that's all.
Just for our notes.
Yeah, well, I was supposed to be here protesting in about an hour or two.
Okay, yeah, righto.
But we've got a protest outside the Indonesian embassy shortly.
Okay, righto. And then you're going to come here?
I was going to come here, yeah.
Okay, all right. So you're just waiting to see what happens?
Well, look, if no one's going to come down, then I'll leave.
Okay, all right. I'll try and get some more details about this Andrew guy to see if I can get in contact with him to see if he's actually...
Yeah, he's from the corporate capacities unit.